pretty neighborhood. It's a walkable neighborhood. You don't have to go too far to get to things.
Southmont, a borough situated just outside the city of Johnstown, with deep roots that make people proud to say where they're from.
I've been here for 82 years, so Southmont means a lot to me, not only for myself, but for our family that we raised here.
It's a special year as the borough celebrates its centennial in conjunction with the Southmont Fire Company's Jubilee, a time to see where Southmont has come from and where it is headed.
This corner store was also here, which was across the street from what was in the high school.
This is Yourtown at the Southmont Jubilee. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for Live in Cambria County at the Southmont Jubilee.
This is our kickoff to our summer-long series, Yourtown. We've been doing this now, Tim, I think since 2014. 10 weeks all summer long, and I would make it the 6th year for Yourtown, and it's something that we really enjoy. And boy, are we happy to be kicking it off here at the Jubilee.
I'll tell you, we finally got some nice weather down here. This is the 47th year for the Southmont Jubilee, and each year folks come down for the great food. We'll talk about that, the rides, just everything that's going on down here this year. And it's all made possible through the efforts of the Southmont Volunteer Fire Company and others who dedicate their time to help out.
And we want to bring in one of those people right now. This is Steve Kostick. He is a volunteer at the Southmont Volunteer Fire Company. Steve, this is one of your biggest fundraisers of the year. What are you hoping to spend the money that you raise here on this year? What do you need it for?
We need to pay off our fire engine that we just got last year, so that all the proceeds go to that and new equipment that we need.
I would think that's pretty expensive. What do you owe on that?
Well, right now it was $425,000. Now we're down to like under $100,000 right now.
And, you know, the community's always out here to support you. I guess we were laughing, this is known as the Rain Festival.
Yeah.
It's been a little wet this week, but wow, do you have the weather today. And you had a good night last night.
Yes, yesterday was a good night for us. Hopefully today and tomorrow we also have a good night.
And what can folks expect if they come tonight and tomorrow? Also a change in the schedule, I understand.
Yes, tomorrow we're actually going to open the kitchen and the rides at 2 o'clock, so come down and support us.
And if they come tonight, what can they expect here?
Just great food. I mean, a lot of rides and that, so.
And you managed to get the parade in last night, too.
Yes, we did. We got the parade in, and that was one thing before the rain hit us.
What do you like about the Jubilee? I mean, you guys work so hard all year long and, you know, serving the community. We appreciate everything that you do here. But what is your favorite part of the Jubilee year after year?
Just seeing all the people come out and support our local fire company. This is our big fundraiser for the year, so everybody that comes and shows us support.
Well, Steve Kostick, I'm going to let you go because I saw you behind the register there, and he's sweating over there. He doesn't like that job. So thanks for taking the time and for everything you do for Southmont.
And good luck tonight and tomorrow.
Thank you.
All righty.
Well, another community favorite, as Tim mentioned and talked to Steve about, is the Firemen's Parade each year. And we were there as people lined the streets to watch the fire trucks and emergency personnel driving by, ringing their sirens.
And this year, the parade route started at Westmont Elementary School. That's a little change from the past. Continued down Diamond Boulevard and wrapped up at the festival grounds, along with the Southmont Volunteer Fire Department. Personnel from other departments across the county, as well as Somerset County, joined the fun as well to show off their equipment.
Of course, the Jubilee continues tonight and tomorrow with special hours from 2 to 10, I think, tomorrow. The kitchen is open right now. They're going strong, and the rides, I believe, get started at 6.
Tonight at 6, that's correct.
Right.
Tomorrow early, though. And while it may seem looks like a 6-day event, this began on Memorial Day. There's a lot of planning that goes in to making this very special for the community.
The physical work of setting it up and tearing it down, we're looking at well over 2 weeks worth of hard work for the personnel that are, doing the jobs and that.
People from all across Cambria County and farther come to enjoy the Southmont Jubilee each year. It's the Southmont Volunteer Fire Company's biggest fundraiser, with money going toward everyday expenses. Fire Chief Michael Butler says while other fundraisers have fizzled out, this one remains a top event to kick off the summer. So what keeps bringing people back?
We get a lot of jokes about, we are a rain festival, and we had gone through 3 floods, in this festival.
Maybe not the weather, but rather Butler says the food has always been a main draw. Rides are top-notch, and it's a great event for the whole family to enjoy.
The hot sausage sandwiches, have a good reputation, but our food has always, been top quality, at a respectable price, and that brings the people in. The rides are good too. We have a good ride company that takes good care of their rides and keeps them clean.
Above all, Butler expressed his appreciation for the community that continues to come out and support their efforts year after year so they can continue to serve and protect the community.
It's nice to see these people year after year. We recognize them, we respect them, we appreciate them being down here.
And as mentioned, the hot sausages are a must-have. That's on my menu lineup tonight when we wrap up here at 6 o'clock. So let's throw it over to Jen, who's in the kitchen with John Butler, who's in charge of those hot sausages. Jen?
Tim, as we speak, this fire department is getting a call right now. They're not going to stop cooking, though. John's still on the grill. They're all still here. They've got guys at the station ready to answer that call, whatever it may be. So we're in good hands. John, what's good over here on the grill?
Oh, we got our famous hot sausage right here. Everybody should come down and try it.
What is it about this hot sausage? Because I heard this is the must-have sandwich here.
Well, the key is to it, you got to grill it. Grill it for about 35 minutes, 40 minutes on the grill. Then you take it and put in a special sauce, which I won't tell what I use because it's a secret. I've been doing this for 20 years and everybody seems to enjoy it. So,
what do you like best about the Jubilee? Is it the people?
yes, gives me something to do too.
Gives you something to do. Well, John Butler, keep cooking. It is hot back here. It's hot, but you're used to things getting hot. Let me give it a shot. Whoa! There you go. And thank you very much. The infamous hot sausage sandwich. We'll be right back with Yourtown, Southmont Jubilee after the break.
Welcome back. We are live from the 47th annual Southmont Jubilee. We continue our summer Yourtown series.
When you think about Southmont, you think about all those mom and pop stores that you found just about on every corner.
And that was the way it was years ago. I moved into Southmont more than 30 years ago. We could walk down to Diver's Deli, which is no longer there. Of course, there are others that have stood the test of time. Let's take a look at one of them. Thinking back to Southmont Borough or any place you grew up in, you may remember several mom and pop stores.
You collected all the pop bottles to refund for a nickel so that you could actually buy what was truly penny candy. We were at the playground school all day, every day, and would run over to the corner store.
Then came the development of big grocery stores that knocked out many smaller stores. Now only a few remain, such as Clark's Corner Store on Monaco Boulevard. It has endured through changes and continues to serve the community for 50 years and counting.
Persistence, perseverance, love of the business, love of the family tradition that, we carried on, and freshly baked bread. Coming out of the oven.
Shrey and her sister bought the store from their father in 1995 and knew they needed to sink or swim to stay in business and keep the family tradition alive.
Just gonna let that cook for a little while. Well, the subs are always going to be the #1 thing we're known for. That was something that we established the business on, and we still do everything exactly the way it was done when we bought the store from my dad.
They have since expanded to keep up with the times and now offer catering, seating, and more menu options, all while still offering some convenience items to accommodate.
So we still have all those items. We didn't really eliminate anything. We have a small shelving area that you can see them, but most people know enough to say, hey, do you have some salt? Do you have some sugar? Obviously, we have all of the above. We cook all day long.
Through it all, their values have always remained the same. Homemade baked bread and the freshest ingredients are of utmost importance, as well as forming a special relationship with the customers.
When I hire my employees, I always say to them, please remember that our customer is more than our customer. They are our neighbors. They are our friends. They become like family to us. And please treat them that way.
It's time to recognize the winner of our first Hershey Park Helper Award. Now, each week, a student 13 years or older is going to be nominated for the award by a teacher at the public school district that serves the area that we are broadcasting from.
And we're joined by Carolyn Passio and her mom, Jean. Carolyn's from the Westmont Hilltop School District, and we're here to present you 4 tickets, I should say, to Hershey Park for your acts of kindness.
We'll hand them to you right now. There you go. Congratulations. You were nominated by your teacher, Suzanne Updike. I think we have a picture of her on the screen right now so people can see her. She feels that you go above and beyond your duties as a member and president of the Key Club. And I want to ask you, first of all, the Key Club, what kind of good work has your club done for the school and the community?
So we collide with the Kiwanis group, and we go with the Easter egg hunt. We help out this community in a lot of different events, and we're very fortunate to help them out.
And Jean, just how proud of you of your daughter?
She has always had this beautiful spirit, and it always shone so bright. And
Proud mom. It's a proud mom. It is a proud mom moment. That's okay. Get emotional. No, nothing wrong with that.
I know that you are a senior at Westmont High School. What are your plans when you leave there? And it's a matter of days now until graduation?
5 days, and I'll be attending Ithaca College and hopefully going on the route of event planning. So.
Wow. Well, what do you want to say to young people at Westmont and other schools who may be watching about getting involved in helping their communities before we go?
I mean, it makes me feel like a better person when I help out and just making a difference in the community.
Enjoy Hershey Park. It's been a while since you've been there.
Yes, it is.
I know you guys are going to fit that in. Congratulations, our first ever. Have fun at the Jubilee. And we'll be right back with Yourtown, Southmont Jubilee right after this. And welcome back. Tonight we are kicking off our Yourtown series with the Southmont Jubilee.
Well, nestled among more than a dozen boroughs around the greater Johnstown area, Southmont is a special place, especially for those who have lived here most of their lives or even a little part of their life. Its characteristics are unique. That's what makes it so special, and it is also the centennial celebration here in Southmont.
Celebrating a special milestone, and we spoke with members of the Centennial Committee to see what was in store for this weekend.
Southmont Borough is making a milestone this year and has plenty of activities to celebrate it. The Centennial Committee has been hard at work to make this year a memorable and special one. A community picnic will be held on State Street along with a car show, children's activities, and a commemorative tent and more.
We're going to have a commemorative tent. We'll have some of these items on display, and we have a commemorative booklet that has histories of some of the older residents that grew up in the borough and their feelings about the borough and Southmont High School when it was a high school.
Kelly hopes these events bring people together for a sense of community. She says it also might make you aware of things you maybe didn't know about Southmont, such as that the borough is home to the Grandview Cemetery.
There's over 70,000 people buried entombed in the cemetery. We have 10 congressmen buried in the cemetery. And we have Union soldiers, and of course the highlight is the tomb of the ones of the 1889 flood. And there's, I believe, 77 unknown tombs there.
This year is also the 130th anniversary of the 1889 flood. On June 8th, a 2-mile walking tour will take place at 10 a.m. The walk will showcase the history of the cemetery with 20 stopping locations. And as the borough celebrates its centennial, you may stop and think, what's to come in the next 100 years? For Kelly, she says it all depends on the people.
People are what make the community, make the borough, and if like I said, I'm just hoping that people will talk to their neighbors more. There's a lot with the telephones and the iPads and everything that, people kind of lose that a little bit. And I'm just, hoping that people will kind of get back to that.
Well, I feel like I have to feel like I have to pinch myself. A nice day without any rain so far.
No, Tony, back in the studio. Unfortunately, he's inside. We're enjoying the outside. Tony, what can we expect tonight and tomorrow?
You guys are lucky out in the sunshine this afternoon. What a great day. And it looks like much of Saturday is pretty good as well. So any outdoor plans tomorrow, you're in good shape until very late in the afternoon and heading into tomorrow evening. Readings now, for the most part, in the lower to mid 70s, falling back through the 60s and eventually mid 50s overnight under a mostly clear sky. Here's what we have going on this afternoon. Nothing. Nice, dry, quiet map out there today. Showers and storms being suppressed off to our south thanks to high pressure moving in. And for the most part, a lot of Saturday is looking pretty good as well. Here's Futurecast into the morning. Sunshine, a couple of clouds. We start off around 55 at daybreak, up through the 60s, the 70s in some areas, lower to mid 80s tomorrow afternoon. And whenever you get the green speckled on the map like this, that means isolated thunder showers will fire up during the heating of the day. Then as we approach the evening hours, a weak boundary will head southward, impacting the northern Alleghenies first. As we get closer to 7 or 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, down to about I-80. So Du Bois to Milesburg, showers and thunder showers approaching. It looks like shortly after sunset. And then this will head southward during the evening and then fall apart. It looks like some spots, in fact, at least half the area will likely not have any rain at all tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening because things will get so scattered as they move southward. Now into Sunday, different story here. Cold front, a stronger front approaches from the north and west. Scattered showers and thunder showers throughout the morning, but it looks like we'll salvage the second half of the day as everything will zip off to the east and we bring back the sunshine Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. However, northwest flow will bring in much cooler air, but also drier air heading into early next week. So the second half of Sunday looks good, upper 60s, only low 60s on Monday with a gradual warming trend as the week wears on.
And now it's time for Yourtown trivia, and we figured, you know, somebody who's lived in Southmont for 32 years might as well be the one asking the questions. Tim?
All right, we can stump a couple of folks. We have Sally and Dorothy here to see if they can answer these questions. First question, we want to know if this is in Southmont or out of Southmont Borough. So I'll give it to you both at the same time. All right, Grandview Cemetery, yes or no in Southmont? Yes?
I say yes.
Yes, Grandview Cemetery is in Southmont Borough. What about the Boulevard Grill down at the bottom of Southmont Boulevard? Is it in Southmont Borough?
Yes. Yes.
No, it's technically in the city of Johnstown. You get down there that far, it turns into the city. Community Arts Center of Cambria County, up along Monocacy Boulevard.
No.
No.
I say no.
No, you're correct. That is not in Southmont Borough. Butler's Garage and Services down on Southmont Boulevard. Is that in Southmont Borough?
Yes, forever. Yes.
It has been forever. In fact, we were talking to John Butler and Mike Butler. Yeah, those guys are very involved in Southmont. And finally, the Chapin Arch, the old entryway to Grandview Cemetery. Is that in Southmont Borough?
Yes. I say yes.
Yes, they got it right. So not bad at all. Doing pretty good for the most part. I'd say like 9.5 out of 10 when it all comes down to it. So some good answers. Enjoy the Southmont Jubilee. Thanks for stopping by, Sally. Good to see you again. And Dorothy, good to see you as well. Let's toss it back over to Jet.
It's time now for one of my favorite parts, our station's favorite parts of Yourtown this season, an overhead look at Southmont from Skyview 6. We start at Grandview Cemetery, which gets its name from the picturesque view of the valley. More than 70,000 people are buried here, making it one of the largest cemeteries in the state. It was founded in 1885 and bought by the Cambria County Ironworks for $75 an acre. You can see there's nearly 50 burial sections across more than 235 acres. One of those sections holds dozens of unmarked graves, honoring the unidentified victims of the 1889 flood. Situated just outside is the Chapin Arch, which can be viewed from the Easy Grade Highway. The stone structure was built in 1910 and originally served as the entrance to the cemetery. It was dedicated to Anne Morrell Chapin by her husband, Philip, who was the former general manager of the Cambria Ironworks Company. We continue to fly over the streets of Southmont, and you may see some of the things that you recognize, like the site of the old Southmont School, which is now the Southmont Park condominiums, and many neighborhoods and streets that make up the borough, so many call home.
And welcome back. We're at the Southmont Jubilee, and WJAC is celebrating its 70th year.
And to join in on the celebration, we are sharing cake and ice cream. Take a look at the skills these guys have at Lamb Cakes Bakery. They provided us with this beautiful cake to share, and we also have ice cream from Gallagher's. Thank you guys so much.
And thanks for everyone to make this possible, all the folks down here in Southmont. Also, join us next week. We'll be in State College for Special Olympics. 6 News coming up next.